Alrighty. It's 12 o'clock again on Monday. What is today? September 23rd. We are live again. We are discussing today purpose, that elusive idea of purpose. What am I supposed to be doing? Is there anything I'm supposed to be doing? Uh, and believe it or not, that which you are supposed to be and do is closer than you think. Um, Before we get started, just want to again say welcome to everyone. Welcome to this presentation of consciousness ascending. My name is Benny Ferguson. I channel the non-physical collective known as Abraham, and we're excited. We're excited for you. We're excited for everyone that's here, everyone that's watching this replay. Our single goal is to support you in accelerating your becoming that which is free of resistance, free of the inner conflict, that which is the full free expression of the truth of you in source, empty, free of all of the stuff that you have been, all of the ideas that are perpetuating the mind of humanity, that are of low vibration, that are limiting your ability to live the life that you are inspired to live. The structure of this live is as follows. We're going to give a discussion of sorts, a commentary of our ideas on this idea or around this idea of purpose, and then we will be open for questions from the chat. Um, For those of you who are not new to us in Consciousness Ascending, uh, be sure to like, comment. If you're live, put your comments in the chat. Awesome. If you're watching the replay, comment. That'll be awesome. It helps with getting the video out there across the platform. If you're new and you find value, be sure to subscribe so that you can be connected to us. And also, like the video, like this discussion, and comment if you're inspired to do so. It's powerful for you to comment. It's powerful for you to write it down, because if you take an action that forces your inner being to focus, really focus on the idea, it alerts the truth of you that this is something important, this is something that you want to understand. And just a simple action of commenting or writing it down, taking some action, helps to solidify the information, helps to solidify whatever it is that you are inspired to, whatever insight or expanded level, more greater awareness, expansion that you are inspired to. Taking an action based on that information helps to solidify it inside of you. Also, if you're new, check the description. Check the description for uh, a few free presentations that we've created for you. First is the greatest misconceptions. If you go to the website for the three greatest misconceptions, well, the presentation is about the three greatest misconceptions about this path of growth and expansion you are on. And then another presentation at accelerated slash hyphen evolution.com is the three attention shifts. The three attention shifts that you have to make in order to know, in order for you to know that you are on firmly on this path and working at your foundation, right? If you're about the play and practice of release, of expansion, becoming more aware of yourself and trying to uncover who you are in source, free of the resistance. You have to have made these three attention shifts. If you haven't, you're not working at your foundation. That's a certainty. Um, but yeah, check the description for those free offerings, those free presentations. We offer a small gamut of things for those who are connected to us. From the free offerings, we have free presentations, material, things that we send out to our mailing list. There are books on Amazon that we have written. We offer workshops on a monthly basis for the most part, that you can participate live in a group session where we can speak to each other versus through chat. We have offer personal sessions that you can book if you're inspired to do so and would like to connect with us on a more personal level. And our highest offer is our private community, the Ascension Accelerator. This is for, we have come to learn that this is for individuals who have been on this path for, or have been on this path for many, many years, have a lot of information, but who are struggling to connect all the dots. They know that they could be more. They know that they could be further along. They know that they have greater untapped potential, but they're struggling. They're struggling with connecting all of the dots of the information they have accumulated and acquired over the years. They're struggling with the truth of attraction, the truth of manifestation. They're struggling with or have very little understanding of the truth of them in source and how to release the resistance, the conflict that's standing between them and the truth of them in source, where they are free and powerful to act on their inspirations and live the life that they feel like they should be living. Those are the people that are currently in the accelerator now. And if that's you, make sure you connect so that you can find out how to get more information on that. All right. So, upcoming, last thing, upcoming. Today, actually, later on this afternoon, is the first clip of our first intuitive conversation. Intuitive conversations are where we have beautiful conversations with special guests, and we just have a conversation where it's not just like an interview, but it's actually a dialogue back and forth of asking questions, talking about those things that are most important about this path of growth and expansion. We will ask questions that seem to be of high level for those that we have worked with and come in contact with, and those who are in our communities, to get perspective from others who are on this path and doing their best to lead others on this path. So be on the lookout for those. There are clips that will be coming out all this week, and then the full conversation will come out next Tuesday. All right. So let's get started. The idea of purpose, that which you are meant to be and do, is closer than you think. So let's talk about purpose. Purpose is this idea from your perspective of that which you should be doing, that which you should be doing for your life. Is there something that I should be doing? Is there a way that I should be going? And how do I know? How do I know where I should be? How do I know what I should be doing? Right? Those are the questions. This idea of purpose. The first challenge about this idea of purpose from our perspective is that there is a should attached to it. The truth is that there's nothing that you should be doing. Right? There's weight to a should. There's control in a should. Who's saying should? Right? Who's making the declaration that there is something that you should be doing? For in truth, there's only you. You are source. Source is you. So there is no should. Right? You can decide to do nothing, or you can decide to do everything, and that would be perfect. Why? Because your plane of existence is about the creation of experience, and you are creating experience whether you choose to do nothing or everything, and they both are perfect. When you make your transition, you will evaluate that which you created, and then you will decide on the next. You will decide whether you come back to this plane or you choose to go to another plane. You will decide, and you will continue to create experience on your soul's journey that is also a part of the collective in source, but specifically to you, you will continue on to create more experience on this plane or another plane, simultaneously on many planes, for the purpose of your soul's growth and expansion and adding to the collective within source. It will continue. We've said this before. You will never get it done, and you can't get it wrong. Right? So let's start. We wanted to start there with the should. There's nothing that you should be doing. Now, let's move on. There is a plan. There is a plan of potential experience that you set for yourself before you enter into your physical body. Some of that plan may consist of your exploration of ideas that you were exploring in a previous lifetime. Many of you are doing that. And many of you have come to the end of that road where you have circumstances and situations that you experienced in your life. Maybe it was a heightened trauma event, dramatic event when you were a child, that at this point you are ready to be free of it. That means you're at the end of the road for that particular experience. Now the question is, have you acquired and are you acquiring the tools to be able to release and move beyond it? But that's one thing that could be happening. That was one thing that could be a part of your plan. But there are multiple facets of your plan that you set for yourself before you entered into your physical body. Now, let us talk about how you know that you are being guided or directed in the way of your plan, or when you are being guided and directed in the way of your plan. Through your inspirations. When you are inspired to do something, and being inspired can be as simple as knowing that you're supposed to go somewhere, knowing that you're supposed to do something. Many of you have gone to school, right? The regular path of school. And then when you got to undergraduate studies and graduate studies. Many of you were, after you got through the middle school, the elementary, middle school, high school levels where you were force fed ideas to study. When you got to your college arena, you begin to choose that which is more exciting to you. And that's one area where you begin to see, hey, this is what I'm interested in. Each of you have specific interests, specific interest. And we know that you're asking yourself these questions right now. Each of you have specific interests that you are leaning toward, things that you are excited about, things where you know they're a direction where you know there is high energy. How do you know? Because there are many things out there that you have come in contact with that you know you have no energy toward. There's no excitement there. You have There's nothing that leads you to believe that you should be doing this over here. There's nothing there for you. But over here, it's exciting. There's a high level of interest, right? It's actually inspiring to do this. And that's one way to know that you are moving in the direction of your plan that you set for yourself, is because of the energy level around the thing or around the idea. Now, many of you on this path just want to help, right? Some of you just want to help. And as you begin to dig deeper, there are ways in which you feel most excited to help. And there are ways that you don't even realize that you are helping. You do not realize the degree to which you are helping. Part of the challenge that you come in contact with when you're talking about purpose, and when individuals or ideas such as us mention that that your inspiration is guiding you. That which is highest to be and do for you is guiding you along the path that you set for yourself in accordance to your plan. Many of you don't see value in it. You don't see the depth of your value that you are offering. And that's because you're still looking outside of yourself and you're believing in the ideas of humanity that you have to be doing this grand thing, or you have to be working in this type of career or job to be successful, none of which is true, right? The baker, the barber, the nail tech could be doing tremendous work energetically, vibrationally, if they are enjoying what they're doing and they are elevating the energies of their customers and their clients. They are doing a tremendous service to humanity, because your energy is first, because vibration is first, because frequency is first. And if you have grown to the place where you can consistently express a level of frequency without reacting to that which is appearing outside of you that might move you to a lower vibration, and you were able to do that while at the same time you are being and doing a thing that you are inspired to do, where you are massively being of service to humanity. And I want you to take that information and look at that which you are inspired to do through that lens. Whether it's to cook, whether it's about music, whether it's about leading groups of people in your company or in your community endeavors. And remember, it's not about the thing because you can express success through anything. For there is endless potential, there is endless possibility. Another challenge is that you don't see value in the thing that excites you and the thing that you play at, that you have fun at, because humanity has conditioned you to believe that in order to be successful and in order to be valued, looking for that value from outside of yourself, looking to be valued from individuals and things outside of you, in order to be successful, in order to be of value, it must be hard. It must be difficult. It must be complicated. This is the conditioning. This is what the conditioning tells you. And what that means is that you don't even know you're doing it. What that means is that if you play at something, if something is fun to you and it's easy for you, you devalue it. You do not think your ability to fish at a high level is of value. You do not think that your ability to cook at a high level because you enjoy it so much, or to sing at a high level because you enjoy it so much, or to wash cars at a high level because you enjoy it so much is of value. And it's just not true. If you are inspired to do a thing and it feels good for you, it is of high value. And we haven't even mentioned the fact of being able to monetize that which you are inspired to be and do. For if you are excited about a thing, then there are individuals out on your planet that will be excited about your thing and would be excited for you to be of service to them through your thing. But you have to believe it. So, what we would like for you to do is to look back into your personal history and uncover that which has excited you, that which has excited you. Look to those things that you have been excited about, that you have been passionate about, that you have been drawn to, that felt good and felt right to you. And notice the similarities as you look across your timeline from a child to being an adult. As you look across your timeline, look at the similarities of the things that have excited you, that you have enjoyed, that you have been passionate about. And then ask yourself, wow, look at the similarities. Look at how I've always gravitated to this type of thing or this area. How I have come to it and let it go, come back to it and let it go, come back to it and let it go over the years. These are the indicators of where the plan that you set for yourself, for the creation of experience that would be perfect for you, and all of the things that you set in place for you, these are the indicators of the direction that might be awesome for you to go, of the path that might be awesome for you to go down. Now, the last thing that you will find, if you do this exercise by yourself in quiet, what you will find is that the conditioning, the programming is what has stopped you, not the truth of you in source. The truth of you in source is powerful. The truth of you in source is your idea of extreme, immense confidence. The truth of you in source does not hesitate. The truth of you in source acts powerfully, assertively, aggressively, but in love. The truth of you in source is not excessively concerned with the ideas and thoughts of anyone or anything outside of you. That's the truth of you in source, but that's not you at the moment. You are filled with the conditioning, the programming of the mind of humanity. And that's why at times you have been inspired to do a thing and you have thought about it and you have felt it and you've started to do it, but then you stopped. And that's because the programming, the conditioning overpowered over time the passion or the excitement. And so you have started and stopped, started and stopped. You have this thing or these things inside of you that you want to do, but right? This is why you hear individuals close to their transition and they begin to talk about the things they wish they had done. They talk about the classes they wish they had taken. They thought about the ideas they wish they had explored. And then they rationalize it all for not the right timing, not enough money, all of these things. But what we want you to notice is that these ideas were with these individuals for years, potentially all of their life. And you have ideas that are inside of you that you know have been with you all of your life. These are the indicators of the plan that you set for yourself that could be the highest experiences for you. But you don't have to. You're still creating experience right now, whether you're powerfully moving along the path of your plan or not. But if this is something that is becoming more and more important to you, take note, take a look, and take note of the things that have inspired you and where you have been passionate. And look at the similarities, narrow it down to, okay, this is what I'm inspired to do. This is who I'm inspired to be. How can I be more of that? What areas am I pulled to? How can I start being and moving toward that which I'm excited about doing and being, regardless of whether it pays me or not right now? And then notice all of the things that begin to come up inside of you that conflict with your ability to do that. The ideas that are in resistance to your ability to do that. And those are your challenge. Not the suggestion from inside out of that which you are inspired to be and do, but the conflict. Because if the conflict was not there, you would freely move down the path because it would be the most enjoyable thing for you to do. Purpose, there is no should. How do you know your path? Your inspiration, the things that have been passionate about over your lifetime. Potential, potential is endless. Potential is what you choose to see. If you would like for your passion to fuel your life, to fund your life, it can do that. But you have to believe it. You have to believe in yourself. And that's why it's important to uncover your truth in source so that you can be the wholeness and the fullness of you and then explode, or doing both at the same time, so that you can see as you're entertaining your passion and you're releasing the resistance, becoming that which you are in source, and watch yourself begin to accelerate down the path of being that which you have always been inspired to be, because you are releasing the resistance and you're finding out who you really are without all of the conflict. All right. Any questions, thoughts, comments on that which was offered? If you have questions, you have comments, throw it in the chat. An interesting thing is that there is evidence of individuals living life this way. There's always been evidence of individuals living life this way. People who are, I guess you can see it most often in your entertainment industry and your sports industry, where people have, from a small child, done the thing that which they were most passionate about, done the thing that they were most excited about. Benny has come across individuals who take underwater pictures, take underwater pictures, and then sell those pictures as media pieces to use as one desires to use them, but you have to purchase those pictures. They take beautiful underwater pictures in oceans, on islands, and different things. Sometimes dangerous locations, and they curate all of these pictures and then they sell them on the internet. And the person loves to do that. They love the water. I think it was that he grew up surfing and different things, and he kind of moved into taking the pictures. There are people who sing and who play instruments and play different types of sporting events, and they've been doing it all of their lives. And they got to the point where and we're not just talking about individuals who play the sport. Many play a sport, they are not at the level to be a professional, but they begin to teach aspects of the sport. They begin to instruct others on how to play the sport, and they figured a way out for that which they are passionate about, that thing that they are passionate about, to begin to fund their life. But you have to believe in your value to do that. You have to believe in the value of the thing that comes easy to you. You have to believe in the value of the thing that you are excited about in order for that to happen. For most of you on this path, it's about believing in yourself, right? Nobody out there is going to tell you, hey, this that you have and that you're excited about is valuable to humanity. They're not going to tell you that. You may not have the connections or the background to where you're able to see and have the belief of, hey, I'm a professional athlete, and professional athletes get paid this much. Hey, I am a professional singer, and if I get on with a certain company, I can, this type of thing, these type of resources will be available to me. Most of you don't have that luxury, but once you understand the truth of you in source and that there is endless potential and there are no boundaries, you begin to realize that there's value in my ability to be successful at gardening. There's value in my ability to be successful at hunting and fishing. There's value in my ability to teach others how to play basketball. There's value in my ability to teach others how to speak well, how to present well, right? It may not be something that appears to be flashy in the eyes of humanity, but that doesn't in any way reduce the value. If you can believe in it, that will be seen through the eyes of those who are inspired to connect with you based on the thing that you are offering, the thing that you are excited about. And let us throw this in there. If you're excited about a thing, there are others throughout humanity that are excited about a thing, about the thing. And understand that even beyond that, your belief creates the reflection in the mirror. So if you believe in those that are coming to you to receive the value that you're offering based on that which you are passionate about, they will be so. And they will begin to appear in accordance with your belief in the life experience that you are creating. You have to understand that. These are things that you will come into. These are things that your expanded awareness will let into you as you go along this path of growth and expansion. And again, it's our desire to accelerate that. It doesn't have to take a lifetime for you to get to the point where you are believing in your inspirations. It doesn't have to take a lifetime. It takes doing the right things, having the right tools, having the right level of support and guidance. That's what it takes. Let's see. If not right now, feeling in particular. Awesome. Thank you for the question, Catherine. If at this moment you do not feel inspired to do a particular of anything in particular, well, guess what? That's a perfect place to be. That's a perfect place to relax. That's a perfect place to rest. That's a perfect place to be still. Not be still just like in meditation, but be still in not allowing yourself to be pulled or blown to and fro by all of the shoulds and the musts and all of those things of that are appear to be important within the mind of humanity. Relax, chill out, just enjoy the sun, enjoy the rain, enjoy the clouds, enjoy whatever's in front of you, enjoy the people that are in front of you, enjoy the trip to the store, enjoy the walk through the neighborhood. And in doing that, your passion, anything that you are inspired to, will come to the forefront. It's not something that you have to look for. These ideas, the plan that you set for yourself, and the inspirations that come from that plan will always be there, will never go away. And so, the more relaxed you are, the more at peace that you are. If you're not inspired to do anything at the moment, then be okay with being that. Accept that position, honor that position. And with perfect timing, that which you are inspired to be or do will reveal itself, as it always does. But then once it reveals itself, the question is, are you able to act on that inspiration? Because it will be urging you to do what? This is what your inspirations do. This is what the plan was for. Your inspirations will urge you to move a little further, to grow a little more. You will have to become the person who has created that which you are inspired to be and do. And that's the point. Your becoming, your growth and expansion. Not outwardly, not externally, for the external things that you do and create are the result of the person you are being and that you are inspired to on the inside. So that's where you're looking, that's where you're playing. And at this moment, the perfect thing for you to do is relax. If there's nothing there, then just relax. Be at peace. Be accepting of you and where you are. Be loving of you and where you are. That's the most important thing. That's the starting point for everyone, actually. Thank you for the question. Once you realize a boundary, what is a good way to refocus, to take energy away from it? Well, one way to refocus, as you say, when you realize a boundary, well, the first thing to do is to not let it be an issue, to not look at it as a challenge, just look at it as a thing. It's just a thing. It's just an idea that has revealed itself because you are trying to become more. You are striving to be more. And so this idea that is within has revealed itself. Now, most of humanity gets frustrated, gets upset, even on this path. They don't understand that acceptance and love of the idea that has served a purpose of trying to protect you in love, that's been its purpose, right? So acceptance and love of the resistance, of the conflict, when it reveals itself, that is the highest place to be in. That is the highest expression as a result of realizing that boundary. Then, in acceptance and in love, that high frequency in which you are now holding that idea, it begins to disrupt and dissolve that idea slowly, but it begins to do that. And at that point, you begin to reestablish yourself on the idea that you're inspired to, that you're moving toward, right? Who are you in the picture? Who are you in the picture that has already created the thing, that has already created the experience? Allow the resistance to be the catalyst for you to refocus on that. And once you have are clear on that person, or as clear as you can be on the person that you are being that has already created the experience, identify and cloak yourself in the vibration and the feel of that person. That will also begin to support you in the dissolving of the old idea, because the person that you are intending to be is of a different frequency, is of a different vibration. They're not of the vibration of the conflict that has revealed itself. And as a matter of fact, the person who you are becoming doesn't even have the resistance. So situate yourself in the feeling, in the vibration, the frequency of the person that you are that has already created the experience. Allow that boundary to be the catalyst to that level of expression, and know that that's who you are now. That's one way to do it. Thank you for that question. Mm. Hey, Lori. Awesome. Awesome. Any more questions, comments based on that which has been discussed, or based on that which we have discussed based on the comments? Absolutely. Very welcome. Very welcome. Awesome. 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 Well, once again, we are thankful for each of you who have participated in this interaction. We're thankful for each of you, for the presence of those of you watching this as a replay. If you have found value, be sure to like, feel free to comment. If you are new, once again, be sure to subscribe, connect with us, look to the description for information and opportunities. And we will be back next Monday with a new topic to discuss, and that we are excited to share with you in support of you, with the single purpose of accelerating the process of growth and expansion for you. Everyone, have a fantastic rest of your day. We love you very much.